It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everyone. From Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny, we're all looking forward to the same thing, the first game of the regular season.
Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia,
the waiting game is over. They've been building team chemistry, refining their strategy. They feel like they have a great game plan in place to nab a victory in Game 1. And tonight, we'll get to see it all unfold. Well, we have a good one tonight. Two powerhouse clubs about to throw down. Kenny, how do you see this playing out?
Well, you got two teams bringing out their best in each other tonight, Ernie. So that's why this game is a must-see matchup. Tremendous individual matchups as well, and this will be a heated rivalry for years to come.
I'm seeing something in the ball.
In what ball?
The crystal ball.
Right. Not that again.
I think this could be a preview of these teams meeting in the postseason.
Wow.
Everyone in the league will also be watching.
Wow.
Shucks, Thomas.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Hand me that ball.
Can't touch it.
Hand me that ball.
Can't touch
Just
it.
hand me that ball, please.
Can't touch it.
Why?
Look.
Oh! You just dropped
Don't have
the
to
ball.
worry about that shtick anymore.
You dropped the ball.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. And they're starting off the season playing Philadelphia here. It took 7 games before they bowed out of the playoffs against them last year.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
Greg, would you suspect a little bad blood or bad feelings from the opposing side? They better be ready to scrap.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7 feet, but at player introductions, they say 7'2" center, Joel Embiid. Now, Brett Brown says when you stand next to him, you understand the difference between 7 feet and 7'2". He's a big man, Kevin.
He is tremendous size and skill to match DA. Thanks. And the regular season officially begins. Most rookies around the league, Clark, will have their eyes wide open. I mean, wow, what an eye-opening experience to play with this speed, this talent. How nervous were you going back to that time in your life? How nervous were you on opening night?
Very nervous, really excited, but there were some butterflies that I had to work really hard at trying to get them to fly in formation because they were all over the place, Kevin. But ultimately, once you get out there and you break that first sweat or you get that first hit or bucket, then it simply becomes basketball. But prior to that pregame meal, your nap before the game, the butterflies are doing their own thing.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Redick and Covington, the shooters on the wing. Saric is the 4 with Embiid in the middle. And it's Simmons in at the 1 spot. Covington passes to Simmons. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
There's the screen. Irving kicks to Brown. Off target with his 3. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. The shot by Saric, no good. Hayward outside. Brown outside. Irving for 3. Boston again missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And we're about 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. pass to Horford. Irving kicks to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. No good from Simmons.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
He gets it in there.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Redick against Brown. Right side, Simmons. Good D by Irving.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Brown, good.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Kyrie Irving. Great showing for him last season. Last year averaging 24 points per, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And taken away by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Irving leading the charge.
They're getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. Last season, he played outstanding. 5th in assists, 8th in steals, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. Here's Baines, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. To the paint, here's Hayward.
Boy, I tell you, the long reach of Covington, really bothering shooting. I mean, he enjoys making life difficult for whoever he's assigned to.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's the 76ers with the ball after the basket by Boston. Here's Simmons. Gets it to fall from the right block. Simmons got his second basket of the game. Celtics leading by 4. Irving kicks to Baines. Celtics passing it around, and here's Brown outside. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And Jaylen Brown was giving quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt, Greg, that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year, and he's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
Now here is Horford. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Goes back up, out to Hayward. No one near him. And that's good off the glass that time.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Simmons. Over Irving. Hits the outside fadeaway. Simmons got 6.
Well, you've got to like the sight of Simmons knocking down the jump shot. Unless you're the other team, of course. Then you know you're in trouble when he's making jumpers.
Here's Baines. Pass to Horford. Covington with the steal. Saric inside. Guarded by Horford. Saric passes to Redick. Irving against Simmons. Redick. He feeds it to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
No easy chore keeping the 7-footer off the glass. Embiid crashing with intentionality.
Celtics leading by 5. Now here is Irving. Hayward outside. Over in the corner, Brown. There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 10.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Simmons on the wing. Covered by Irving. Knocks it loose. Irving with the steal. Hayward left side. Outside Irving. He kicks it to Brown. In the corner, Horford with it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Horford's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. 5th on the list, Ben Simmons.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Here's Saric. The 76ers again can't hit it. Hayward passes to Brown. Chalk up 2 there. Brown's got 12.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Simmons against Irving. Simmons inside. Nails the baby hook. He's got 8.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
The screen from Brown. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Morris comes in for Al Horford. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Fultz. Passes it to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. They set the screen. Here's McConnell. The shot comes out, and it's Boston the other way. Left side, Smart. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now, here's McConnell. On the wing, Chandler. From downtown, Morris with the rebound. Celtics leading by 13. To the middle. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Brown. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. McConnell kicks to Fultz. Johnson with a screen on Smart. And Muscala has it in the corner. His three-pointers off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And there it is for him.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now, here's Fultz. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
They need to start taking care of the basketball. Careless play since the opening tip.
Have to make the simple play. I mean, already they've got 4 turnovers, and it's still early.
And here's Smart. Picked by Williams. Smart passes to Rozier. Off target from three-point range. And stolen by Williams. And it's Rozier that time on the assist by Williams. And the Celtics lead by 17. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Boston.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Here's McConnell after the basket by Boston. Shot clock at 5. Over Rozier. Another miss by Philadelphia. Celtics leading by 17. Tatum kicks to Smart. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
And it's working for him, Greg. You like that initiative, not settling for stuff on the perimeter.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Greg was Smart. When he's off the floor or injured, you notice just how it changes the team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall just seems to have less bite, less edge, less toughness without Smart. And the way he plays, you feel like he is looking to make a play on defense rather than just trying to slow his man down. Great at taking charges and forcing turnovers. He is truly the catalyst of their defense.
And the story with Markelle Fultz last season was one of health and getting his shot right.
Yeah, he suffered a shoulder injury, Kevin, that really impacted his ability to shoot the ball. He tried to play through it, but eventually had to be shut down. And, you know, it's hard to miss that type of time as a rookie. Not only games, but the few practices you get during the season as well. So he's going to have to restart in year 2.
He misses the free throw.
Well, I look at Fultz, and he has perennial all-star written all over him. A fantastic playmaker who's really got a ready-made skill set for the NBA.
He hits the second from the line. And with as much news and worry that Fultz's jump shot has caused, you forget just how deadly he is going at the rim.
Yeah, has no problem cutting through the defense like a hot knife through butter. I tell you, Ben Simmons said he hates guarding Fultz in practice as it is impossible to stay in front of him. Just a very shifty player who uses his great handles to get into the teeth of the defense. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Chandler. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The feed to Muscala, 11 feet away. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
A dependable passer. Chandler doesn't just look to score. I mean, he's also good at finding his open teammates.
Now here's Rozier. Tight defense on him. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. McConnell passes to Muscala. Johnson outside. Excellent D there from Williams.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And Philadelphia has possession, following the bucket by the Celtics. Tatum on the wing. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
From about 16, and that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's the Celtics running away with it, and we'll be back right after this. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, McConnell and Fultz, the playmaking pair in the backcourt. Muscala is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Johnson in at the center. Smart, wide open, he fires. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Here's Williams. Johnson with the block.
Excellent defensive commitment that time from Johnson. He's always there and present.
McConnell kicks to Muscala. Here's Fultz. Offline with his three.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. That free throw good from Morris. And the Sixers' strength, Clark, on the offensive end is how many ways they can attack a team.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Deadly in transition because of Simmons' size, speed, and passing ability. And if they don't have something in the initial thrust, Embiid, always an option to go to in the low post. They shoot it well from multiple positions. They've got a lot to like offensively.
And he makes both free throws. There's something timeless about a star tandem, Clark. Jordan and Pippen, Kobe and Shaq, Steph and KD. What's needed for guys at that level to play together and coexist?
I think the biggest thing is an appreciation and respect for one another. I mean, that to me is the beginning point of coexisting at a high level, because you're going to have some friction, you're going to have some disagreements, but all of that can be put to the side when there's great appreciation and respect for each other and a real focus on what we're trying to get done. You get that in place, then the talent will rise to the very top.
On the wing, Morris. Second chance shot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Boston. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Sharch comes in for Mike Muscala. Robert Covington's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And Simmons subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And he's good on the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 8. Covington passes to Embiid. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Irving against Simmons. Irving kicks to Williams. Back to Irving. From the baseline. And that one hits back iron. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Embiid with the screen on Irving. And it's Simmons penetrating. Sharch has the open look. Here's Embiid. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, you got to love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
And there's so much speculation early in Embiid's career if he would even pan out. It's become clear, Clark, that he was worth the wait.
Well, it was all injury related in terms of the questions because he sat out his first 2 years in the league with some type of injury. Those injury concerns, really the only reason that people question him. The talent, the size, and you love his personality as well. But this guy has tremendous skills, and he's going to be an all-star for years to come if he's healthy.
And the first one at the line is good.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Williams. Horford comes in for Marcus Morris. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Smart. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Tatum, and it's good, 2 points. Tatum's got 7.
And, you know, his height and quick release help Tatum do work in the post. The defense can only do so much.
Timeout called, the 76ers. And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics.
The quickness, the size, the speed of Simmons, captivating, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Irving dishes to Horford. Irving against Simmons. Irving passes to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. This one for 3. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Šarić. 76ers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Simmons kicks to Redick. Šarić in the corner. And the 76ers get it back. Here's Simmons. And the shot is long. Celtics leading by 23. Here's Brown. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And, you know, really, guys, Brown is very talented at knocking down shots, even when getting hit.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
That free throw good from Brown. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change, Clark.
Yeah, and Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you, that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And Embiid loves to punch it now. The defense can't let him get that kind of position inside.
Irving against Simmons. Horford with a screen on Simmons. Here's Irving. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
No, he didn't. Did he just break out the finger roll? That's nice.
Simmons dishes to Redick. Embiid the screen. Feeds to Covington. Redick against Brown. Redick passes to Simmons. Simmons missing again.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
No good from Simmons.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Philadelphia has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Banked in off the glass.
Really like how Šarić uses his size and length to get after the offensive glass. Very good at crashing the boards.
Irving kicks to Baines. Šarić against Horford. It's hauled in by the 76ers, and the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. The 76ers shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. And stolen by Kyrie Irving.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Thursday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And that one against the Pistons. It's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 8, and yes, it's good.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Irving passes to Baines. Back to Irving. There's the pick. Horford with the screen on Simmons. Irving kicks to Baines. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 18 feet out. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Hayward. And it's 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Simmons on the wing. He's covered by Irving. Simmons dishes to Embiid, and it's good. 2 points. Embiid's got 12.
Really like seeing Embiid exert his will, be assertive here. I mean, getting whatever shot he wants inside.
Irving passes to Horford. Irving attacking. The shot that time not on target. And Philadelphia the other way now. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Now that's confidence. Charlotte says, in Dario I trust.
Brown kicks to Baines. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Boston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. The Celtics making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Johnson, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Muscala comes in for Saric. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. And he sinks the second. And it's the 76ers with the ball. McConnell passes to Redick. And Muscala has it in the corner. Offline with his 3. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Hayward can't hit. Philadelphia's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Muscala gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Irving. He's got 8 and taken away by Johnson. And the pass to McConnell. And Hayward with the block. And he gets it back. Outside for Redick. Johnson the screen. No good off the front iron.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Now here's Redick. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Johnson down low. Rozier defending. Johnson can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Marcus Morris comes in for Al Horford. Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Marcus Smart has subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
A moment now to see the numbers for Smart. How he did last season. Put up about 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Now, here's Rozier. Covington with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. For Philadelphia, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And he knocks down the first one.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
And Greg, with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
Here's Fultz following the bucket by the Celtics. Kicks to Muscala. And it's off from three-point range. Celtics leading by 23. Now Rozier. Morris a screen. Outside, Smart. Over Fultz. And the shot falls short this time.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Morris, no good. And so it's Boston in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a big-time first quarter for Jaylen Brown. He ended up with 15 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls. Let's go.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
A lot going on there as we welcome you back to Boston. That shot taken from the observation deck at the Prudential Center. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Hayward out there with Horford, and it's Williams at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. To the paint. Here's Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Hey, Brown is very serious about his scoring. I mean, he's got the green light to fire up from just about anywhere out there, and he takes full advantage of it.
The shot by Sharch, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Embiid with the steal. And here we go. Sharch, the fast break chance. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Williams. Here's Simmons. And the call will be against Al Horford. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. In the corner, Simmons with it.
Got to find a way to energize themselves, get going. 0 for 3. They're looking for their rhythm right now.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Embiid with a screen on Irving. Simmons passes to Embiid. He got right to the cup using that screen. Embiid's got 14 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the 3rd.
Irving kicks to Baines. Pass to Horford. Hayward right side. Ball's knocked loose. Down low. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. He's got 6.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The 76ers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. Gets a hand on it, and Baines pulls it down. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Here's Baines. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Celtics have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. 76ers shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Hayward outside, launches it. It's good from long range.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Here's Simmons. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the 76ers.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
And, you know, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly. The good and bad times. Was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Robert Covington. There's a screen. Hayward passes to Brown. In the corner, Horford with it. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his third rebound on the night. Redick dishes to Simmons. Back to Redick. Embiid the screen. Looking to end the drought. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Boy, I like how Embiid gives himself up for his teammates, sacrificing his body so they can get good shots.
The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Irving kicks to Horford. Back to Irving. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Celtics?
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Fultz is checked in.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
Now, here is Irving. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Philadelphia shooting just 31% in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Screen by Saric. And Redick kicks to Saric. And Baines pulls it down. And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
Ben Simmons, such a force when catching the ball, moving at the rim. But you know, Clark, he can get there on his own just as well.
Yeah, he's got a great knack for being able to get where he wants to with the ball. His size and strength and agility certainly help him. And he understands angles. This guy is just a jump shot away from being virtually unguardable, in my opinion.
2 shots.
That's good from Simmons.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable, the talent this man has, and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, when you watch Ben Simmons, he has marvelous talent and all-around ability, but sometimes you can easily focus on what he can't do. He's not a great shooter, so teams do back off of him, but still, this guy is an impact player because he sees the floor, he passes it great, he's a terrific rebounder, and he's got a nice motor.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 12. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And for Simmons, missing his rookie year due to the injury, but he showed he was worth the wait.
No doubt. And you just don't see players with his skills and his body type come around that often, Kevin. I mean, he started quickly out of the gates and took over the Rookie of the Year award race almost immediately.
And the Celtics making a change here. Morris is checked in. Now here's Chandler. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 4 on the shot clock. Redick is in the corner. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, you look at Johnson, he's in that upper echelon when you talk about offensive rebounders, so you've got to account for him.
Hayward kicks to Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 4th assist in this one.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
But they'll get another chance. On the wing, Morris. Back to Hayward. Pass to Horford. The kick out to Brown. That shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Fultz with the ball. Brown's there. Great D that time from Irving. Boston's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the 3rd quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Brown outside. And here's Morris for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Now here's Hayward after Ben Simmons' miss. Irving with a clean look. The 3-pointer is right on target. Irving's got 12 points now in the quarter.
You know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
Here's Simmons. Goes back up, and Johnson finishes off inside. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Yeah, they certainly have been. You'd like to knock down that first one, but if you don't, then the second shot is the next best thing.
Now here's Hayward. He's got 14 over Chandler. Here's Horford. Out to Hayward. Here's the 3. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The baseline J. Simmons missing again.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Now here's Chandler. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Passes to Fultz. Count that one. Fultz has got 5 now.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
The screen from Brown. Irving from long range. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Now here's Fultz.
Yeah, and Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
The 76ers have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. Just he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Brown. And then for Philadelphia, Mike Muscala comes in for Simmons, and it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick. And the second free throw, good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Outside Irving. Tatum on the wing. No good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Chandler. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And that's an area of his game that he keeps working on, which is good to see. Chandler, not a great outside shooter, but getting better. It helps when he knocks down those threes.
Here's Smart. There's the screen. Morris passes to Irving. Chandler with the steal. Inside. Here's Johnson. And Tatum pulls it down. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. Here's Johnson. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Greg, they're getting outworked on the glass, and those second chance buckets have devastated their defense.
Now here's Irving. 23 points in the game. Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Fultz. Irving's shot is good. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. McConnell kicks to Fultz. They set the pick. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Boston shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Irving passes to Williams. Here's Smart. No good on the three. Got a piece of it. Taken away by Williams. The kick out to Tatum. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Shot's good by Williams. Williams has got his second basket.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Fultz with the ball. Knocked away. Stolen by Smart. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Celtics out in front, delivering the blowout. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Mike Muscala. He's out there with Embiid. Jared Bayless is out there with Smith. Down low, it's tipped. Stolen by Smart. Here's Ojale. He's covered by Muscala. The kick out to Williams. Celtics passing it around. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
And there's the pass to Tatum. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Hey, that mid-range game, I know everybody wants to shoot threes, and you've got to have it in your quiver. But the in-between game, that helps you become an all-around scorer.
Now here's Bayless. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, with 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. So that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team.
Shamet. No good from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Williams has a screen for Tatum. Floats it up for Williams. He doesn't hit that one.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
And now a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And for that Thunder game, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
First free throw is good. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clark, played for a small market team in Indianapolis, so difficult now for them to retain all-star level talent, or so it would seem.
Yeah, that's always been the case, Kevin, and I don't think that's changed much. You know, KD goes from Oklahoma City to the Bay Area. Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward go from small markets to Boston, although Kyrie was traded. Gordon Hayward was signed as a free agent. I think it's just one of those inherent issues that will continue to be a challenge for some of the small market teams. That's why the draft and developing drafted players for those teams is so critically important.
Here's Wanamaker after the made shot from Joel Embiid. To the left wing, here's Ojale. Got a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Tatum passes to Wanamaker. And now Philadelphia on the break. Nice shot by Smith.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Now here's Smart. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Tice kicks to Ojale. Just 5 to shoot. Shot to end this cold run. Tice, no good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Now here's Bayless. Guarded by Smart. It's deflected. These days, less emphasis on divisional rivalries, more emphasis, it seems, on conference rivalries. You reading that the same way?
Yeah, I am, and I think part of it is because winning your division doesn't necessarily affect your playoff seeding the way it used to. And I think if we get rid of conferences, the rivalries could shift again. So I've already laid out my position on conferences. Let's stay East and West.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. Boston making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Robert Covington's checked in for the 76ers. Now here's Bayless. Defense is right there. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
Pass to Wanamaker. Here's Ogilvy, defended by Covington. Pass to Wanamaker. Over Bayless. Wanamaker misses. Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Shamet, Rozier defending. Count that one.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Here's the screen. Smart puts the pick in for Rozier. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Wasted no time on that one. The Celtics have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Here's Rozier. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Shamet, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a 4th referee, Clark. Would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better in highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A 4th official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now. You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. And the second free throw, good. Here's Wanamaker. Passes to Tice. Here's Wanamaker. Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Ogilvy. Shoots over Covington. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 13-4 run. Smith lays it up and banks it in. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. They set the screen. Rozier the pass to Wanamaker. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists tonight. The 76ers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50% to the inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Unselfishness, always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Back to Rozier. To the paint. Here's Tice. And the basket by Rozier.
And really all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
Pass to Smith. Embiid dishes to Covington. Embiid the screen. Covington passes to Embiid. Shamet. Rozier defending. Shamet. It's rebounded by Tice. Boston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, increase in pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition. What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of them. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that, and for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love it.
Austin with the ball. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Rozier kicks to Ojale. 5 to shoot. Now here's Rozier. D right on him. That shot off. Smith outside. Shot on the wing. And the shot no good. A bit short. The Celtics have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. That's a 2 from Rozier. Good on the jump shot. Rozier's got 4 points in the quarter. 76ers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Embiid the screen. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
One shot. One shot.
You know, there's always this debate, Clark. Could the best teams 20 years ago beat the best teams of today?
I think there would be some compelling matchups, and I think you would find winners on both sides from different eras. I really do. It's hard to compare just because of the difference in eras and periods, but really good championship teams typically could handle most teams in the current era. I believe that in all sports. So compelling matchups, and I do think some teams from a couple of decades ago could handle some of the teams that we see winning championships now.
Now here's Rozier. Williams in the post. He's covered by Muscala. 5 on the clock. Rozier for 3. And it's Rozier again missing. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's foul number 2 for him. Marcus Smart's checked in for Daniel Tice. The 76ers also with a sub. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Smith. Chandler, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Nice shot by Smart.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And Wilson Chandler, one of those talented guys who's battled injuries, Clark, throughout his career.
He's one of those guys you love watching play because all he does is try to win and make winning plays. He can give you good minutes, not much of a scorer, but he's a better playmaker and a better wing defender now, too.
Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion, and I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s, plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
And that one falls for Chandler.
A versatile forward with a really nice, well-rounded all-around game. I mean, Chandler plays with great energy on both ends of the floor.
Chandler hits them both. And Boston has possession.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you always hope to take charge of the season series by winning that first game. This will put them up 1-0. 3 games left still to play this year against the Sixers.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
Sheer dominance from him tonight. I mean, he could not be contained. A big reason for their success this evening.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. And here are the 76ers now. Covington kicks to Chandler. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Shooting 2.
That's good from McConnell. He hits both from the stripe. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Smart against Smith. Smart passes to Rozier. Back to Smart. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.